Okay, hey, what's going on? My name is Steve. Welcome to my brand new YouTube channel. This is my first video ever making. I'm a little nervous. Um, I am making a video because I feel like I have made a scientific discovery, and like so many others who feel that way, I wanted to share with the world. I have discovered the code that cracks um, the Gobekli Tepe Easter Island connection. And I'm going to show it to you on here. The back of the Moai on Easter Island has this image. Okay, we see what looks like a thong. We look at the top of the thong. See a sun disk. We see a bird, another bird, a third bird at the top. This weird face, an oblong beaker body, and three, let's call them oblong shapes right there. You can't really see it on this one, but there's another face right here that matches this guy. I'll show it to you later. All right, now this is on the back of every single Moai on Easter Island. Okay, you can't see it all on them because let me bring this picture up. As you can see, the everywhere that was above being buried, the glyphs are gone. Everywhere below, you see the exact same. This is from. Oh, I'm not showing you right. Let me move it. This is from. See the sun disk and this guy. So that's all the same. On every single Moai, you find this motif, this mural imprinted on it. This is, of course, the Gobekli Tepe pillar. Pillar 43, the apocalypse pillar. Graham Hancock was the first to say that it represents the apocalypse. I've highlighted down here, you see this headless man who was kind of excited about being headless, but he's supposed to be representing dead people. I think there's another guy up here that's supposed to be headless and stuff. But anyway, it's well accepted that this is the apocalypse pillar. Another independent research team, independent of Graham Hancock, matched this image to an older zodiacal map, like a map of the stars using the older zodiacal signs that they used to use. So they got a date from that and a meaning from what Graham Hancock deciphered and stuff, and they basically essentially pointed to what Graham Hancock has been saying all along, that there was a global cataclysm, 10,500 BC, I believe. So somewhere around there. Now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to prove to you with the 8 similarities between these two images. Now, I'm not the first person to say that they're similar. Robert Schoch, Dr. Schoch said it in 2012. There's other people who have said it. What I am the first of is to say, no, it's not just similar. This is the exact image. It's just been stylized over time and distance. All right, so here we go. Let's start from the bottom and work our way up, all right? This is image, this is the bottom right. Let's call, on the Moai, it would be the bottom right cheek, I guess, if you want to say. Okay, so this is a drawing of what is beneath here that other researchers have found. You see that right here on the right cheek. You can't see it on this one because the terrain, the grass, is covering it. But on other ones, they have, since it's all on the same Moai, I mean, on all the Moai, they're able to just sort of say, well, this one must be here. So this is what is on the cheek. And I don't know if I can, how much I can, it's a face. It's a decapitated head. Now, we're going to get into the head, the decapitated head, but here's what they've done. You see on the Gobekli Tepe pillar, it is a headless man, right? It's my theory that the Moai represented the ancient people who built them, and the ancient people actually tattooed this on their backs. So what they did was, they took the headless man, and instead of the headless man on the butt cheek, they said, as we see a lot of with ancient works, the artist works with the contours of the stone. Here, I think they're working with the contours of the buttock. And instead of a headless man, instead of a headless body, we get a head with no body. And here they are, one on top of the other. I call them my gruesome jigsaw puzzle pieces finally put together over thousands of years. To me, that is the same image. It's a dead man. This represented the all the dead people from the cataclysm. And to take it further, I believe that dead face, that decapitated face, is Kali. I think that was what was adapted. If you look above the eyes of the Moai decapitated head, it's a third eye, exactly where it is here, exactly, and maybe that. But anyway, I think that image is taken from that, but that's not important. That's just a extrapolation. The point is, on the right butt cheek, we find a decapitated head, really gruesome, tongue sticking out. Looks like the eye has been knifed or something, and there's a mark above the head. This is clearly supposed to be a decapitated dead head. And this over here is clearly supposed to be a headless dead body. So my theory is they just swapped them out. They said, well, what's the difference if we take the head part instead of the body part, and it's still a dead head? And that's why they made it so extreme, to represent that it's dead. So we've got that one, right? Now let's move on to hopefully I have the right one here, and I do not. Well, let's just look on here. Okay, so on here, on the Gobekli Tepe, I'll move it with this guy. You see this, I don't know what you want to call him, like, is it another vulture? Is it just the vulture neck, right? It's just the vulture neck. Now let's bring up the drawing again of what is underneath, and you see, do I have a better one? Okay, well, here it is, right here. It's there it is. You can kind of see it. See the it's the same shape right there. It's the craning neck of a bird right there. So we have, let's see if I can put them side by side. Craning, see it? See it? Craning neck bird. It's almost like, what would you call that? Like a hook, right? A hook. And here's the hook, or a question mark. See the question mark? Okay, so we've got the headless man on the right that was turned into a decapitated head, and here is the bird head neck that, once again, we see the ancient artist incorporating the design into the natural contours of the body, just like they did with the natural contours of the stone. All right, so let's move up. Those are two. Here's number three. We see this guy, Scorpio, brand new. So here we go. There's Scorpio, right? Over here, what do we see? I propose that this is Scorpio reduxed, okay? Again, what they're doing is translating the entire mural of Gobekli Tepe, Pillar 43, Apocalypse Pillar, and putting it on their back. They're adapting it to their entire back. So instead of putting, you can't tattoo in your butt crack. Sorry. So they incorporated it into the design of their thong. So this is this. Look at it. A straight line right here, and then it's got these legs. All that's happened is they've reduced it. They've converted the Scorpio into the thong, but that's it. Look, if I put four more legs on each side right here and a little antler, a little antenna, that's the Scorpio. That's match number 3. Okay, so then let's take a look. I call this the crease on the Gobekli Tepe. This is where it separates. This is the crease, and this is the crease right here. So this is where they correspond on the Gobekli Tepe pillar and on the Moai. Oh, look what we find right above the crease, dead center. What is that? Oh, it's our old friend, the sun disk, right? What do we find here? Above the crease, dead center. What is that? It's our old friend, the sun disk. All right, so that's four. That's four similarities. Let's move on. Now I think I'm caught up with here. Okay, so yeah, there's the sun disk pointed. So on the left shoulder, we have a bird, right? On the left, on the left shoulder, it's been turned into a bird. Look what we have here on Gobekli Tepe. Again, if you divide it into quadrants, you know what I mean? You can't expect a photocopy. This is an image that was stylized over thousands of years and thousands of miles. I want to bring up something to you. This is the Pepsi logo just in the last 100 years. Look how much it changed. That's in 100 years. Do you know how much effort it probably took them to keep it from getting overly stylized? I think there's later versions I'll show where that's basically why we never recognized this, anybody, because it became so stylized that we didn't see it. It wasn't until I divided it up into quadrants and sections and said, well, no, wait, that's there. Okay, so we have a bird on the left. We have a bird on the left. You see the hands that the feathers have turned into right here? I think this is where we see the origination of the Birdman, of the Anunnaki. I think this is a anthropomorphic Birdman, and this is just a different way of showing some. These are the Birdman of the Anunnaki images that we see. The Anunnaki were not Birdmen. This is where they got the images, and all of the wings and all of that stuff. That's where it comes from, because it fits the vulture zodiac sign of the ancient Gobekli Tepe. So, okay, the birds are very similar, as you can see, the long beaks. These are vultures, and they're vultures because that's the zodiac sign, I believe it was, and the dead bodies and stuff. But these are the match: the bird on the left, the bird on the left. Now, over here, we have what looks like three birds, right? One, two, three. Sorry, I'm not really good at it. I'm still getting my, there we go. Three birds, okay? This bird, you really can't tell. So I think what they did, in the interest of fitting it to the back again, was economize down to two birds and moved this bird right here to the center, okay? Again, you got to remember, it's thousands of years, thousands of miles. It's adapting. It's becoming stylized. It's a photocopy of a photocopy of a photocopy. It's a copy. This artist is copying that artist, and it's just getting interpreted. Then we have, what do we have here? Okay, the bat. Let me get to the bird first. Yeah. Okay. You see this pattern, this M pattern in the stone right here? That matches this guy. The M pattern got combined with the bird into this guy right here. The M pattern is in the exact same place. They just moved this bird over to here and made it an M pattern. All right, so let's move on. What's at the top? At the top here, we see three bags. And we know that across the world on megalithic sites, the Graham Hancock man bags are prevalent everywhere, right? These guys. So those guys are these guys. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's a match. What am I up to? 6 now? Okay, so that leaves us with, let me see. What we got here? Okay, this is on one of the other Moai. See, I told you, look, they're all the same, carved in the back. This image was so important that they carved it on the back of every single Moai. All right. So what is this, and what is that guy? And I told you there's one on each side. So here's him. Oh, I showed you the answer too quick. let me show you that one more time. Okay, you see this guy right here, right there. There's one here and one here. I think one has a nub that denotes that it's the male. This is the Supreme Mother and the Supreme Father Creator. And where does this come from? I'm going to blow your mind right now, because I'm going to connect Gobekli Tepe in Turkey, Easter Island, and look at this. This is what this represents. Same weird head because it's a dragonfly, and the same oblong body with the bulbous beaker bottom here, just like this over here. This is Yingana. Yingana is the supreme creator goddess of Australia, the ancient indigenous people of Australia. Look what Yingana has. She has, and I just saw special on Australia, these are baby sacks. These are what they carry their infants in. They're like, you know, like we would do. Look how many she has. This is the only place that you will find more than one bag. Okay, is because, and the legend of Yingana from the ancient ancestral indigenous people of Australia is that she seeded the world. Let me repeat that one more time. She seeded the world. These are her bags. These are her babies that she seeded the world with. This is Yingana. This is Yingana, and these, look how long they are. They match. See? This is Yingana from Australia that matches Easter Island. What they've done is combined the back of the Moai combines the imagery and the symbolism of the Gobekli Tepe pillar with Yingana. What we have here is a direct connection between Gobekli Tepe in Turkey, the Moai backs in Easter Island, and the ancient cave paintings of Australia. That is a global seafaring culture that existed before our own. Some people have called that Atlantis. I think this proves Atlantis was real. I don't know if it's Atlantis per se, but again, the global seafaring culture that existed before our own. All right, so I want to go on and show you just a few more things here. I said, what happens if, because this was still looking really familiar to me, this section right here, the middle section, and I said, you know, where have I seen that before? Boom. All right, 3 steps. This is the center. This is the center of the back of the Moai. In 3 steps, I'm going to turn the left one to the right one. Ready? Take the disc, slide it to the top. Have this bird spread its wings. See the serpentine necks of the birds, intertwine them. Boom. This is the Gobekli Tepe. This is the Gobekli Tepe symbol as stylized from the back of the Moai. It is a match. This proves, and look here, we have other examples where it went all over the world. Oh, hello, totem pole. Looks exactly the same as the caduceus, doesn't it? Indigenous American people. Same thing. This was a global. All you need are these elements. You have the dead head. You have the crane neck. You have the Scorpio. You have the crease. The bird on the middle. The M's. The bird on the left. You have the 3 bags. These are all the themes that are carried over into symbol for symbol on the Gobekli Tepe, on the back of the Moai. Anyway, this has been my first video. It's very fun. Hopefully, here's my cat, by the way, on the other side, Picasso. I hope this message gets out. The implications of this are incredible. The idea that it was real. Graham Hancock was right. There was a global seafaring advanced megalith culture megalith building culture that survived the cataclysm. I'm guessing that they met. There is a story of ancient Egyptians going to Australia. There's Egyptian hieroglyphs in Australia, and ancient Australia is really considered very far ancient. Maybe only one more ancient than that is maybe India. So, but the ancient Australia was so revered that the story is that the ancient Egyptians went to Australia to see the wisdom keepers. So, I think this solves it. I think this is we know that there are. I think the global cataclysm people, I think they went to Eastern Australia first. From, they all originated from Gobekli Tepe. They went to Easter Island, then they spread out all over the world. And what we have here with the back of the Moai is the Gobekli Tepe. Every single element, every single symbol is accounted for on this thing. Okay? I can't believe I'm about to say this, but hit subscribe and leave a like and a comment. I don't know, all that stuff. Okay, so peace.